I'm a big fan of scary movies. They are by far the type of movie that I watch the most frequently. And it's not because I don't get scared. I do, very easily, as a matter of fact. But I like getting scared. I like the intensity. And even if I go home and have nightmares all night long, to me that's like double your money's worth. So I especially like watching scary movies in a movie theater, where sometimes everyone in the theater kind of gets on the same shared wavelength and they feed off each other's fear, and it gets even scarier. There's only one time in my adult life that I remember feeling too scared in a horror movie. It was a couple years back at an Asian film festival in Dallas, Texas. It was the midnight movie, Japanese film called Ju-on. Does anybody know this movie? Anybody? All right. So I lost my mind over this thing. And it was this shared experience of everyone in the theater. There's no graphic violence. There's really not even much of a plot. But I think the thing that's most scary about it, there's some ghosts, and as the ghosts stalk each of the categories, they have these prolonged shots of the characters just sick with terror until they keel over, dead. And everybody in the theater that night was like right there with them. You could even tell as we were walking out into the parking lot afterwards. It was all quiet like, and you could just tell everybody out there was all had their scooters clenched up on the way to the car. And I don't know what got into us, because I've watched this movie recently. It's basically about these ghosts that just stare at you and go, until you die. And then there's this vignette with some sexy high school girls in private school uniforms for no reason at all. And then the ghost calls someone on a cell phone and goes, until that person dies. It's really not that scary, but I remember driving home from the theater that night, and I was so afraid that my stomach hurt. And unfortunately, that weekend, I was house sitting for a friend of mine. And you guys know how that can be. All alone in an unfamiliar house with an unfamiliar dog. Yeah, the dog was really the worst of it. Because the dog was like sensing my fear of pheromones and acting so strange. So I got home and took her out and then tried to go straight to bed. And I'm lying in the bed, stiff as a board, nowhere close to falling asleep. And she comes right up and starts staring at me. She gets her nose like this close to my face. And I'm lying there just saying, go away, go to sleep, go away. But she won't move. And then she starts doing that dog tap dancing thing. So weird. So I just put the blanket over my head and say, go to sleep, go to sleep. And then I peek out from under the blanket, and she's standing on the bed, staring straight down at my face like this. Ah! So I screamed and got up out the bed, ran out the door in my pajamas, got in the car, drove across town to my parents' house. I didn't crawl into bed with them. Might have wanted to, but I slept on the couch. I was like 24 at the time. But then the next morning I had to explain why I had come home, and I was like, the dog was staring right at me. So I did feel much better in the light of day. I had some coffee and got ready to go back over to the house. I felt that I could face the dog. So I sat down in the car, and suddenly the Japanese ghost from the movie was right in front of my face. Yeah, my asshole little brother had printed out a picture of the ghost from the internet and put it out and put it in the rearview mirror. Yeah. Real funny, asshole. Actually, he's here tonight, so I gotta give him credit. That was pretty good. Can we give him a hand, please?